A little while back, I released a video I had titled, "How Much is a Good Filipino Worth?" I used that title mainly to pique the potential viewer's interest, almost as if these beautiful Asian creatures were a commodity. Actually, it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. But I was not surprised to find that one man had commented that I should be careful about saying that I use a Filipina. My knee-jerk reaction was to categorically deny it, but then I thought about it for a bit. I am here today to double down on that idea. Stick around and I will explain why.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait.
Class is in session. Okay, in my previous video I pointed out how when expats find a good Filipina, and yes, the emphasis is on good, they do not cost an expat money. In fact, they can save you money in a variety of ways, just by helping you avoid the skin tax and by knowing where in the community to get the best deals for goods, services, and especially housing rentals. Do I use my Filipina for those things? Absolutely. That's because we have, wait for it, a relationship. And in almost all relationships, if one party is not getting anything out of it, that relationship usually ends. Let's look at the male-female relationships in the West, which are struggling at best. Those toxic relationships have given rise to the Red Pill movement and the Passport Brothers movement. Men have largely given up on traditional relationships there. Unless you make six figures, have bulging muscles, six-pack abs, and even better, you are the beneficiary of a significant trust fund, you are not in the top 10% being sought by Western women. We have 80% of the women considering only the top 10% of men. I am clearly not in that top 10%. When asked what they bring to the table in a relationship, Western women might boldly say, "I am the table." Often, their tablecloth is a size 22 bought in the plus size section at the local Walmart. Men in the West have responded to this nonsense by pulling out of the dating pool. The wedding industry is lagging, and aging women are scratching their heads, wondering what happened. Alone and childless, unless they have adopted or chosen to have an out-of-wedlock child, these women now collect cats for companionship and wonder what happened to their lives. So men have begun looking elsewhere, and many have landed right here in the Philippines, where the more traditional women are still in good supply. Now, let's look at relationships in the Philippines. Back about 5 months before the world shut down in 2021, I began video chatting online with a beautiful but shy Filipina widow. She supported herself by sewing school bags and cleaning people's houses. I really admired that. Then all hell broke loose. Schools were shuttered, eliminating the demand for school bags. Jobs were lost, and her house cleaning clients no longer had the incomes to afford her services. I had always heard the warnings to never send money to a Filipina that you have never met in person. But this was an unprecedented time, so I asked her one day how much money it took to keep the lights in the house on and food on the table for her and her college-age daughter. Reluctantly, she gave me a figure. So I began sending that relatively small amount of money. It provided her the security that she would continue to have food to eat. And isn't that security for many centuries exactly what women have sought when they have entered a relationship with a man? This is an entirely different culture here. Here, girls are still taught the importance of taking care of the home and the family. They strive to always look their best. You will be hard pressed to find a size 22 Filipina here. They are the picture of femininity. Most Filipinas are not very demonstrative when it comes to public displays of affection. They are not big on kissing in public, but if she really is fond of you, she will hold hands in public, making sure that every other Filipina knows you are taken. Now that we are physically together, well, what do I use my Filipina for? I use her as my best friend, as a partner who puts delicious meals on the table, maintains a clean and comfortable home. She looks out for me in every way imaginable. That's how she was taught from a very young age to show her love in this culture. And I love it. As a friend of mine here in the Philippines is fond of saying, it's neither right nor wrong. It's just different. Another commenter on my videos put it this way, and I quote, "In Filipino culture, it is important to be able to keep your house tidy, and equally important is how the clothes of your husband or children are taken care of. If other wives or older women in your community see your husband's white shirt as looking yellowish, it reflects that the wife is not good in the management of the clothes and the household in general. If the kids are looking dingy, it reflects that their mom is somewhat irresponsible or not trained properly as a mom. My Lola takes pride in making sure that the white shirts of my Lolo and her grandkids are spotless, while as in real white, not creamy white or grayish white. So even if there is a laundry woman being hired, she doesn't let her touch the white shirts." Continuing, she says she would carefully soak them in detergent and let them sunbathe covered by a clear plastic for a few hours, and if there's any stain, she would bleach the spot. Then she would further brush them to make them whiter and rinse 3 to 4 times. She also said the washing machine is no good for washing white clothes. Whew. Conversely, my Filipina uses me as well. She uses me for the security that the utilities are going to remain on and we can always have food on the table. She uses me to fund our simple yet comfortable lifestyle. She knows that when we go out with friends to a big event, that she can always buy a new outfit so she can look her best. That is her security in the present. I am also working towards securing her future for that inevitable day when I leave this planet. So yes, I use my Filipina, and she uses me, but it makes me very happy indeed. Class dismissed. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and above all, subscribe. Thank you.